Hey there everybody, welcome to game one of the 2017 World Series. I've been perusing YouTube all year long, off and on, and usually I see somebody replay the previous World Series or recent World Series, but I haven't seen it for this particular World Series from last year, so I'm going to go ahead and give it a go. And this is to go along with my Ohtani replay on History Maker Baseball. But I'm taking a break from that temporarily. I want to kind of go back and forth. So this is going to be as many games as it takes for the first team to win 4 games. First game will be played in strat-o-matic Super Advanced. Game 2 will be using Replay Baseball. Game 3 will be using Payoff Pitch Baseball. And Game 4 will be using History Maker Baseball. And if it goes past Game 4, we'll recycle again. Strat-o-matic will get Game 5 if necessary. Replay Baseball will get Game 6 if necessary, and Payoff Pitch will get Game 7 if necessary. So let's look at the starting lineups as well as the rosters. Got my little board here that has the starting lineups for each of the teams. The as-played lineups, 2 lefties on the mound, Kershaw and Keuchel. And then if we scroll down a little further, we'll get the substitutions, the available guys off the bench for both Dave Roberts and the Houston manager, whose name is for some strange reason escaping me at the moment. Will come to me in about 10 seconds probably. But right now the Astros get those 4 guys on the bench. Dodgers have those 5 guys on the bench. The bullpen, 8 for each team. You got the Astros there, and you got the Dodgers there. So let's move this out of the way now. I'm not going to cross off the players as they're used because I want to use this same board for every game. Well, I won't be using it for every game, but because the lineups will change, but you'll get the general idea. I want to keep the same 25 rosters in front of me so I know which cards to pull for each of the particular games I'm going to play to make sure they have the right rosters and so forth. Got my score sheet ready to go. Dodger Stadium, looking at the ballpark effects since we are going to be playing Super Advanced. Dodger Stadium singles are 1 to 3 for both lefties and righties, and home runs for lefties 1 to 13, home runs for righties 1 to 7. This game was actually played October 24th, 2017. It's game 1 of the 2017 World Series. Got the lineups on the score sheet plus the defensive ratings kind of on the side here. So I'm going to pause the video, get everything set up, and get ready to go for first pitch. Okay, we're ready for first pitch. It's Clayton Kershaw facing George Springer, and we're underway. It's a 4-2, so we're off Kershaw, and Springer's a righty. So that is a diamond shot, ballpark diamond shot, but home runs 1 to 7 for right-handers. So if this is a 1 to a 7, George Springer will start off the World Series with a home run. It's an 11 though, so he will not. He will instead fly to left. And that's 1 away as Springer is retired. Brings up Alex Bregman, third baseman, facing Kershaw. We get a 3-11 off a lefty, and that's another ballpark diamond shot. And again, we're back to 1 to 7 for Bregman. And 7, Bregman does it. So I'm not doing the robbing the home run thing. So Bregman, home run for Alex Bregman. And the Astros take a 1-0 lead. 2 diamond shots in a row, and this one he connected on. Here's Altuve. It's a 1-6 against a lefty, and that's a 1 to 8 double. 9 to 20 will be a single. And that's a single for Altuve. So Altuve with a single. And let's see. He's a 19 at a stealer, and he needs a 4 or a 6 to get a jump. You know what? He's going to try it. He's going to try to get the jump. It's a 4. He does get the jump. Alright, so let's do some calculations here. Altuve, by getting the jump, is a 19. So you're going to start with a 19. Let's do some calculations here. Barnes is a -1 arm. Kershaw is a -4 hold. So that's aggregate -5. So that 19 drops to a 14. And then you have to factor in that he's being held. So if we look at the being held portion, we will see. Let's see here. I want to make sure I get this right because I've been doing a lot of advanced lately. Now I'm doing super advanced, so I got to get back to my memory here. Let's see. 14. All right, so it's a -2 for being held because he did. It'd be -4 if he didn't get the jump. -2 since he did get the jump. So it's a -2 for being held plus a -5 for the pitcher and catcher hold. It's a -7. So take that from the 19. We got a 12. So 1 to 12, and he will steal second base. And he does. It's a 2, which means it's a possible throwing error on Barnes. Barnes' T rating is a 1 to 13. And that's a 2, so it's a throw. It's a single and a stolen base and an error. So Altuve will steal, and then there's an E2 on top of it. So Barnes throws it into center field. Altuve will make third base. There's still only 1 out. Runner at third. Infield's going to have to come in because they want to choke that runoff. Here's Correa. Nothing on the 20. It's a 3-7 against a lefty. That's a fly ball left field B, and that's a question mark, so it's a potential sacrifice fly. So let's look at the rule book on that. And I'm going to pause the video while I make sure I get this straight. Okay, so the calculation turns out to be 1 to 18, and Altuve will make it. And just as a refresher, we take the run rating of Altuve, which is a 17. We take the arm rating of the left fielder Kike Hernandez. He's a -1, makes it a 16. Then you add 2 to make it an 18 in all total when you get that B question mark. So 1 to 18, and he will score. Now if you roll a 19 or a 20, then that just means that the runner has to hold. So let's give it a go here. 1 to 18, he will make it on the sac fly, and he does. So it's a sacrifice fly for Correa. And the Astros now take a 2-0 lead. And Kershaw not happy about his defense, letting him down there. Move on now to Yuli Gurriel. 2 outs, bases empty. It's a 3-9. 3-9 against the lefties, a ground ball to short, and the inning is over. So the Astros get 2 on the board here in the top of the first. We go to the bottom of the first. Astros 2, Dodgers coming to bat. Okay, leading off for the Dodgers is Chris Taylor, center fielder. We get a 4-7. Keuchel against a righty. 4-7 is going to be a leadoff walk. So Chris Taylor draws a leadoff walk. He can get a jump on a 4 or a 6. On that season, he stole 17 bases, so they're going to see if they can get a jump. It worked for Altuve last time. So a 4 or a 6. It's a 5. It is not a good jump. It's not a 4 through 6. It's a 4 or a 6. It's not a good jump, so he won't steal. So we'll move on to the next man up, which is Justin Turner. Turner, we get a 3-5 for Turner against a lefty, and that's a single with 2 stars. So base hit there for Turner, and that will put Taylor to third. So runners are at first and third, nobody out. And that will send up Cody Bellinger. Nothing on the 20. It's a 6-9. Lefty on lefty. Strikeout. So Keuchel gets the strikeout on Bellinger. Out number 1. Brings up Yasiel Puig. Double play depth, trying to turn 2 and get out of it. It's a 2, so it's a chance for either a pass ball or a balk. There is no balk rating or Keuchel, so we'll check and see if it's a pass ball opportunity. It is a pass ball opportunity, and the pass ball rating for Brian McCann If you look at his card, his pass ball rating's a 1, so the D20 will have to be a 1 in order to be a pass ball. It is not, so we just ignore that and move on. And we get a 210, so Puig against a lefty. 210 is a pop out to third, so not going to get the job done there either. Keuchel dancing around the runners on the corners, nobody out situation. And now he has the left fielder, Kike Hernandez, to deal with. If I can get his card apart from everybody else. There we go. And of course, all the game companies called him Enrique Hernandez because that's his legal name, although everyone else calls him Kike because they apparently when they print the cards they can't put that little stress symbol, and if you don't put that stress symbol on there, then the spelling of Kike turns into an offensive word and they won't use that. So it's perfectly understandable. It's too bad. I'd like to see if they can put the accents on there. That would be kind of neat, but we'll go ahead and take Enrique and just call him Kike anyway. How about that? Alright, nothing doing on the 20. It's a 1-4 against the lefty, and he's going to walk. So Kike Hernandez walks, and that loads the bases with 2 outs for Corey Seager, the shortstop. It'll be a lefty on lefty matchup. Keuchel against Seager. Nothing on the 20. It's a 1-5. 1-5 is a walk, and he's going to walk a run in. So Keuchel unable to find the plate, and he has just walked a run in. And the Dodgers get one of those runs back, and they might get more back, you never know. Logan Forsythe is coming up, 7th hitter in the order. Base is still loaded and 2 outs. There's a 2 again, so we got another chance for a balk, not a chance for a pass ball. I mean for a got a chance for a pass ball, not a balk, my bad. It's a 4, so again McCann's a 1, so this has to be a 1. And it's not, so no pass ball. So Forsythe, 5-5 right-hander against Keuchel, a 5-5. Whoa, it's an in-home run chance. Forsythe does have normal power against lefties. It is a 1-9 for a grand slam. 10-20 might clear the bases. So either way you go, it's trouble for Keuchel. It's a 4, so it is a grand salami for Logan Forsythe. Forsythe has just cleared the bases with a grand slam home run, and fireworks here in the first at Dodger Stadium. Vin Scully would be proud as the Dodgers put up 5 here in the first. It's a 5-2 game. Number 8 hitter Austin Barnes up with the bases empty. Keuchel may be short-lived in this game. 3-5 against a lefty, and Austin Barnes has a chance at a home run. 1-3. Anything else will be a double, and barely missed a home run. It's a double. And now Kershaw will bat, the 9th man to bat in the inning. Clayton Kershaw will come to bat. Nothing on the 20. It's a 1-9 against a lefty. He's going to ground to second, and that's going to end the inning. But a 5 spot here in the first, and it's the Dodgers 5, the Astros 2. Okay, the Dodgers are giving Kershaw some runs to work with. Here's Brian McCann. It's a 3-7 against a lefty, and McCann will fly to center. So there's one away. That'll bring up left fielder Marwin Gonzalez, the switch hitter. Marwin Gonzalez, 5'8", batting right-handed. Kershaw, 5'8's a strikeout. So Kershaw settling in, 2 down. We'll bring up the right fielder, number 8 hitter Josh Reddick. That is a 4-9 against a lefty, and that's an in-home run chance, ballpark chance. Ballpark for lefties is 1-13. Reddick, however, is weak against lefties, so this could be a single at best. Single at best. So it's not going to be a home run, it's going to be a single. So 1-13, but if it's not a 1-13, it'll just be a fly out. That's a 10, so it is going to be a single. Would have been a home run, but it's a single for Mr. Reddick. And with 2 outs and the bases with only 1 runner on, they're going to go ahead and let Keuchel hit. And they're going to take him out in the first inning after just 1 inning. So let's see if he can't recoup. Nothing on the 20. It's a 4-2 for Keuchel against Kershaw, and it's a strikeout to end the top of the second. So nothing doing there. Go to the bottom of the second. It's still Dodgers 5, Astros 2. Okay, bottom of the second. Back to the top of the order, and Chris Taylor walked and scored his first trip. It's a 4-8 against Keuchel, and that's going to be a ground ball to short. So Keuchel trying to recoup here and give his team some innings at least, if nothing else. Here's Justin Turner. That's a 2-11 against a lefty, and he's hit by pitch plus injury. I'm not doing injuries because it's as played, but it will be a plunk job, hit by pitch. So Keuchel hits Turner. 1 out, 1 on for Cody Bellinger. And we got a 1, chance for a wild pitch, which is, on Keuchel's card is a 1. Rolled again, there is no wild pitch. So back to the regular at bat. It's a 3-8 against a lefty for Bellinger, and that is a walk. So yet another walk. So hit by pitch plus a walk, and so obviously Keuchel control problems here. Bullpen has gotten some activity now. Brad Peacock is loosening. Here's Puig. Oh, got to roll the D20, my bad. Puig is up. 1-8 for Puig against a lefty is another walk. So Keuchel has hit a batter and walked 2 in a row, obviously having control issues. He's going to win the Depends Lack of Control Award tonight, and that'll bring up Kike Hernandez. Bases loaded, 1 out. That is a 6-4 against a right-hander. Ground ball, shortstop X. The infield is at double play depth. Ground ball, shortstop X. The shortstop Correa is a Correa is a 214, 2E14. So 2-11, he'll get to it. Let's check the error chance. Total is a 14, and he is an E14. So shortstop 14. There is no 14, but let's see a 2 and an 11. Let's see if he gets a double play out of it. A 2 and an 11 is a G1, so that is a double play. 6-4-3, just what the doctor ordered to get Keuchel out of trouble and end the inning. So nothing doing for the Dodgers. We go to the bottom, we go to the third. It is still 5-2 Dodgers. Top of the third, George Springer to lead things off against Kershaw. It's a 5-4, Kershaw against a right-hander. 5-4 is a ballpark single check. It's only a 1-3. So not a good chance for a base hit here. It's 12, so it will be a line out to short. So Springer is retired. That's going to bring up Bregman. Homered his last time up. 6-7 off of Kershaw. Ground ball, second base X. That's Forsythe. And Logan Forsythe is a 2E8. So a 2 and a 2, that might be a base hit. A 2 and a 2 is a single. And there's a 7, and he's an E8. 7 and 8, there is no 7, but it is going to be a single. So Bregman is 2 for 2. He snuck it past Forsythe for a 1-out single, and that brings up Jose Altuve. Astros do have the bats to make up the deficit, so they're not out of it by any means. 110 against a lefty for Altuve is a ballpark home run chance, and that again is 1-7 for right-handers. That's 12, so he's going to fly to left instead. So couldn't quite get it. Couldn't quite get enough of it. Here's Correa. Nothing on the 20. It's a 5-3 for against a right-hander, and that's a ballpark single check again. It's only 1-3 though, so not a good chance for Correa. And it's not. He's going to line to short as well, and the inning is over. So Kershaw, fairly easy third inning. And we go to the bottom of the third. And it'll be Keuchel trying to get through at least one more inning. And he'll be facing Corey Seager. Playing all this one-handed while holding the camera, so there is a little bit of shaking while I shift cards and shift positions, so I apologize for that. Here's Seager. It's 212 against a lefty for Seager, and that's a solid single to left field. So Corey Seager, base hit. And that'll bring up next man in the order, Logan Forsythe. Nothing on the 20. It's a 1-6 against a lefty, and that's a strikeout. So Keuchel gets Forsythe. And there's one away for Austin Barnes. Nothing on the 20. 6-7 for Barnes against Keuchel. Is a ground ball second base X. That's Altuve. And Jose Altuve is a 2-11. 2-11. 2 and a 2. I believe that's going to be a base hit again. And it is 1 star, so just 1 base advancement. It's a 10, and there are no errors on 10s for second baseman. So single with 1 star for Barnes. Seager will go to second. Brings up Kershaw. Runners at first and second, and 1 out. Kershaw could bunt. He is a B bunter. He'll be a C bunter. So we'll go to the super advanced bunting chart as a C bunter, and we'll roll and see what happens. It's a 5. So on the super advanced bunting chart as a C bunter, a 5 is a good sacrifice. The white die is a 6, which means the third baseman fielded it. So in this instance, it was a sacrifice. Alex Bregman made the play. We'll call it sacrifice 5-4. For out number 2, it does move the runners up to second and third with 2 outs. And now it'll be up to the leadoff man, Chris Taylor, to get the runs home. Nothing on the 20. It's a 5-6 against Keuchel. 5-6, and he will do it. It's at 1 for a double, 2 for a single with 2 stars. Or 2-20 is a single and 2 stars. That's a 2, so he barely did it, but he did it. So that's a single with 2 stars. That's going to score both runs. So Chris Taylor, that sacrifice by Kershaw was crucial. Gets the runners in scoring position. Gets the run home. It is now 7-2. And Keuchel is just about done. And he is set to, well, he's not really close to being the next batter. So Keuchel's coming out. And Brad Peacock will be coming on for the Astros, as Keuchel did not have the kind of day he was hoping for, that is for sure. So we'll take a pause in the action while we get Brad Peacock to come in. And there he is. So Brad Peacock is on. He'll be facing Justin Turner. And we get a 4-6. So Peacock against a right-hander, 4-6 is a strikeout, and that's going to end the inning. But 2 more runs come in on that base hit by Chris Taylor. At the end of 3, it is 7-2. Top of the 4th, and Gurriel to lead things off against Kershaw. It's a 6-4. 6-4 is a ground ball shortstop X. That's Corey Seager, and Seager is a 2E14. That's a 9, so he'll get to it. That's a 14, so a 14 and a 14. We've already checked before. There is no error. So it's a good play by Corey Seager. 1 away. Brings up Brian McCann, the catcher. Lefty on lefty. 4-9. Kershaw against a lefty is an in home run chance. And McCann does have an in power. In fact, it's not even a chance. It's a home run, guaranteed. No, take that back. There is the ballpark factor. So home runs 1-13. So if this is a 1-13, McCann will go yard. And it's a 15. So just like that, they thought they had something, and it ends up being an out. So McCann thought he had it, but didn't quite get enough. Just a deep fly out, and here's Gonzalez. It's a 5-6 right-hander, switch hitter batting right, 5-6 off of Kershaw is a 1-6 double, 7-20 for a single. So that is a single, 2-out single by Gonzalez. We'll bring up Josh Reddick. Reddick, a 3-2 against a lefty, is a foul out to the catcher Barnes to end the inning. So nothing doing there for the Astros. They thought they had something going, but with the home run, but it did not work out that way. We go to the bottom of the fourth. It is still Dodgers in charge, 7-2. And we will have Cody Bellinger to lead things off. 4-10. So Peacock against a lefty. 4-10 is another strikeout. So Peacock has faced 2 batters in this game and struck them both out. Here's Puig. 2-2 against a right-hander, and that's a line-out second base, Max. Nobody's on, so it's simply a 1-out liner. 2 away for Kike Hernandez, and that's a 2-6, and Hernandez will ground to second to end the inning. So Peacock pitches a solid inning, and the Dodgers go quietly in their half of the fourth. We go to the fifth. It's still 7-2, and Peacock is scheduled to lead off, but the way he's pitching, you hate to take him out, so they're going to leave him in there and let him pitch. I do believe he is good for long relief, so they don't want to burn their bullpen in game 1. So Peacock will bat for himself. It's a 1-5, and he will strike out. 1 away, so that's Peacock's at bat. And now we go back to the top of the order with George Springer. 1-7 against a lefty is a 1-6 double. 7-20 is a single. And that is a 9, so that is a single for Springer. Brings up Alex Bregman. 6-4 against Kershaw. Ground ball shortstop X, and again, we've looked at him a couple times. Seager is a 2, E14. 2 and a 3 is a good play, and a 10, there are no 10s on an E14 shortstop. So a 2 and a 3 is a G3, which is good enough. It's runner advance, but there are now 2 outs. So it's a 6-3 ground out. Springer does go to second base. But now there are 2 outs for Jose Altuve. 1-8 for Altuve against a lefty is a single, but with the clutch effect, runner in scoring position and 2 outs, that single turns into a pop out. So failure in the clutch hurts Altuve, and the inning is over. So the Astros again come up short against Kershaw. We go to the bottom of the 5th, and leading off against Peacock will be Corey Seager. So Seager will get the at-bat against Peacock. We get a 1-7, and that's going to be a strikeout. So Peacock really pitching well in relief. Here's Forsythe. It is a 5-7. 5-7 is a strikeout against a right-hander. So Peacock is bucking for a start later in the series, but may need him out of the bullpen. 1-8 for Barnes is a fly to center, and the inning is over. So Peacock making short work of the Dodgers here in the 5th. We go to the 6th. It's still Dodgers comfortably in front, 7-2. And we start the 6th. Kershaw's point of weakness inning starts in the 7th, so he's good to go. And leading off for the Stros will be Carlos Correa. And that's a 2-4 for Correa, and that's a home run. Solid home run for Carlos Correa. Solo shot, however, so score is only 7-3. It only gets 1 run back. Here's Gurriel. It's a 1-11 for Gurriel, and that's a line out to third. 1 away for Brian McCann. Lefty on lefty. 2-5 is a walk. So McCann draws the walk. And that brings up Marwin Gonzalez. 5-8, switch hitter batting right. 5-8 is a strikeout. So Gonzalez out of there, 2 down for Josh Reddick. Now if Reddick does reach, they will pinch hit for Peacock. Oops, sorry, I got to roll the D20, my bad. Roll the D20. It is a 4-9 against the lefty, and that's an in-home run ballpark chance. He does have weak power, but we're going to see if he can do it. 1-13. If not, he will fly to right field, and the inning would be over. It's a 2, so it is a single. Single with 2 stars. So that will send McCann to third with 2 outs. And we will now get a pinch hitter because they're going to need some offense to try to make up the deficit. So they're going to go to Evan Gattis, the big guy, the big DH guy for them. So Evan Gattis is up. He will pinch hit. Evan Gattis. So Gattis pinch hitting with runners at the corners and 2 outs against Kershaw. Nothing on the 20. It's a 5-9, and that's a strikeout. So Kershaw gets him and gets out of the jam. He does allow the 1 home run, but could have been worse. We go to the bottom of the 6th. It's Dodgers 7, Astros 3. Okay, bottom of the 6th and some changes. Chris Davinsky is now on to pitch for the Astros after they pinch hit for Peacock. And Clayton Kershaw is set to lead off this inning, so Chase Utley is going to pinch hit for him. Kershaw goes 6 innings, gives up 3 runs. All earned, give up 8 hits, walked 1, struck out 5. So he certainly stands to be the winner as they lead it 7-3. Right now, Utley pinch hitting against Davinsky. It's a 1-9 for Utley, and he's going to strike out. So not a good pinch hitting appearance for Utley as he is out on strikes. Top of the order, and Chris Taylor. 3-6 for Taylor. He will fly to center. It's 2 down. So ever since Keuchel left the game, the Dodgers haven't done anything. Here's Turner, but they've done enough early. 5-10 against Davinsky. Is a ground ball shortstop X. That's Correa. And Correa is a 2 E14. It's a 7, so he'll get to that. And that's an 11. So an E14, I don't think there's an 11. There is not. So good play by Correa. 1, 2, 3 go the Dodgers here in the 6th. We go to the 7th. New pitcher coming on for the Dodgers. They lead it 7-3. New pitcher for the Dodgers is right-hander Kenta Maeda. He'll be facing the top of the order. Springer, Bregman, and Altuve. It's a 1-6 for Springer against a right-hander. It's a 1-17 homer. 18-20 is a double. And that's an 8, so that's a home run for Springer. Again, a solo home run. But it does cut the lead to 7-4. And Roberts may have his bullpen going quickly for Maeda. Here's Bregman. It's a 2-11 for Bregman, and he grounds out back to Maeda. 1 away for Jose Altuve. It's a 6-10 off of Maeda. Ground ball third base X. That's Justin Turner. And Justin Turner is a 2 E12. It's a 4, he'll get to it. It's a 14. Is there a 14 on an E12? No, there's not. So good play for Justin Turner. 2 down for Carlos Correa. And we get a 6-7 off of Maeda. It's a strikeout, so that 1 hiccup with the home run, and that was it for Maeda. Settled down after that. 7th inning stretch time here in Dodger Stadium, and it's 7-4. All right, Chris Davinsky is in for his 2nd inning of work, facing Cody Bellinger. It's a 3-6, and that's a leadoff walk to Bellinger. Walks have gotten the Astros in trouble in this game. Here's Puig. It's a 1-7 for Puig. It's a ground ball third base A. That's a 5-4-3 around the horn double play. And that will certainly help Mr. Davinsky, as there's now quickly 2 away for Kike Hernandez. 6-4, and that's a strikeout by Davinsky. So Chris Davinsky tosses 2 scoreless innings for his team. We go to the 8th. It's still the Dodgers 7 and the Astros 4. Top of the 8th, new pitcher for the Dodgers, Brandon Morrow, is in to face Gurriel. It's a 5-12, and that's ground ball second base X. That is Forsythe, and Forsythe is a 2E8. And he'll get to that with an 8, and it's a 11. So we're checking E8 and 11 on a second baseman. There is no 11, so it's a good play. 4-3 ground out, one away for Brian McCann. That's a 5-8. Morrow against a lefty. 5-8's another ground ball second base X, so Forsythe will get another chance. And again, he gets to it, and it's a 6. So an E8 and a 6. There is no 6. So he's up to the task again. 2 consecutive 4-3 ground outs. And here's Marwin Gonzalez, switch hitter now batting left. 6-4. Fly ball center field, and that's going to be handled out there by Taylor, and the inning is over. So we go to the bottom of the 8th. New pitcher coming in for the Astros, and it's still 7-4. Right-hander Will Harris is in for the Astros. Here's Corey Seager to lead things off. It's a 2-10 against a right-hander, and that's a leadoff walk. So yet another walk issued by Astros pitching. Might come back to bite them. Here's Forsythe. Nothing on the 20. It is a 1-5. And that's a 1-5 double, or else he's going to fly to left. And that's a 3, so he's going to double. So a double by Forsythe. And Seager, with nobody out, they're going to play it safe. Have him stop at third. So runners are at second and third, nobody out. Infield's going to have to come in. Here's Austin Barnes. It is a 3-9 for Barnes. And that's a strikeout. So big strikeout there for out number 2. Now the pitcher spot is up, so they will pinch hit for Morrow, and they will turn to Jock Peterson. So Jock Peterson picks up a bat for the Dodgers, and he will be coming on to face Will Harris. So Jock Peterson is infield still in. There's one out. It's a 3-3 for Peterson, and he's going to ground to second base C. So let's check the infield in situation here on a ground ball C. So let's look at the book and see what the book tells us. Back of the manual has that super advanced base running advancement. So with the infield in and a ground ball C, and it's to, let's see here, it was to second base C. So second base C, ground ball C, runner at second and third. Ground ball C is a 1. 1 is batter out, runners hold. So runners had to hold, and Peterson fails on his task. So play was made by Altuve. Check the runners, and now infield can go back to normal depth. Here's Chris Taylor. It is a 3-9. Taylor on a 3-9 strikes out. So Will Harris pitches out of that jam, keeps the Dodgers off the scoreboard. We go to the top of the 9th. Kenley Jansen on his way in, and the Dodgers lead it 7-4. Okay, Kenley Jansen's on try to save the game. Here's Josh Reddick. He will lead off, followed by the pitcher spot, and Carlos Beltran is already on deck to hit for the pitcher Harris. So here is Jansen. So 3-7 to Reddick, and that's a split chance. 1-2 is a double, everything else is a single. So Reddick leads off with the base hit. So the Astros not going away. Here is Carlos Beltran. It's a 2-3. 2-3 is a ballpark single check, but it's only a 1-3 at Dodger Stadium for a single. It's a 13, so he will line to second, and there's one away. It brings up George Springer. Springer a 2, so we got a chance at either a balk or a pass ball. It's a 2, so the balk rating on Jansen is a 5. So if it's a 5 or less, he will balk. He does not, so we skip that. Springer back in the box to reboot. It's a 2-3. It's a 2-2. 2-2 is a fly ball center field A. You don't see a whole lot of A's on there. That would be a sac fly if somebody was on third, but it's not. And actually the runner does advance on that A. So it's a fly to center for out number 2. Reddick does go to second base. It was really deep. Reddick tagged up, even though his run is irrelevant. Here is Bregman, last chance. 5-6 against Jansen, and that's a strikeout, and the ball game is over. So the Dodgers take game 1 here on strat-o-matic by the final score of 7-4. Be right back with the totals. Okay, final line score. Dodgers win it by the score of 7-4. 7 runs, 7 hits, 1 error, and 6 left for the Dodgers. 4 runs, 10 hits, no errors, and 7 left for the Astros. Winning pitcher was Clayton Kershaw. 6 innings pitched, 3 runs, 1 walk, 5 strikeouts. The losing pitcher was Dallas Keuchel. 2 2/3 innings, 6 hits, 7 runs, all earned, 5 walks, and a hit batsman mixed in. Save goes to Kenley Jansen. He pitched a scoreless 9th. Gave up a single but nothing else. It's going to do it from here. Game 1 is in the books. The Dodgers lead the series 1-0. Game 2 will be played with replay baseball, and that'll pit a couple of right-handers, Yu Darvish and Justin Verlander. So from here, hope everybody's having a great day playing whatever game you choose to play, and next time we will see you down the road.